TMC Minister Partha Chatterjee's aide Arpita Mukherjee has now reached the Bangsal court in Kolkata, where she will be produced shortly. This is a day after 21 crores in cash besides jewellery was seized at her home during the ED raids. ED to seek custody of Arpita Mukherjee for questioning. We're joined by my colleague Shogato Mukhopadhyay. Shogato, now she's reached the court, she will be produced there, and the ED likely to seek custody. How many days custody will they be seeking, especially after such explosive discoveries were made at her residence?
Well, you see, as far as the ED is concerned, it will certainly try and, pray for full custody, full police custody or full ED custody, which in this case would be custody for 14 days. But it so happens that the relevant court, which is supposed to hear this case, is not in session today. It's Sunday, like it was yesterday as well with Partha Chatterjee. The relevant court, which is the PMLA court, will only be in session tomorrow. So even though she is being produced before a court, as per the law of the land within 24 hours of her arrest, this is the Chief Metropolitan Magistrates Court, which is in common parlance called the Bangsal Court here in Kolkata. And in all likelihood, the judge who would be officiating in that court will be hearing both sides. But since there is an issue of jurisdiction as to whether a full-term PC can be given for the suspect, there is a strong possibility that the judge may, give 1 or 2 days custody, temporary custody to the Enforcement Directorate, and ask the agency to produce Arpita Mukherjee before the competent court, which is the PMLA court, as early as possible. Could be tomorrow, could be day after tomorrow as well. Like we saw in Partha Chatterjee's case, it has happened similarly there as well, where the court, the same court where he was produced yesterday, the judge gave the ED only 48 hours of custody and asked the agency to produce him before the relevant or the competent PMLA court, which will happen either tomorrow. It's likely to happen tomorrow itself. Although we do know that Partha Chatterjee is in hospital at the SSC hospital, which is a state-run authority under the state-run under the state health department. But the ED has also now moved the Calcutta High Court for an urgent hearing by a special bench for a transfer of Partha Chatterjee to a facility which is run by the center, like the Command Hospital, and that hearing will also happen at around 4 o'clock today. So obviously we'll have to wait and watch once Arpita Mukherjee is produced in court. What is the order that comes from the judge? But like I said, it is likely to be a temporary custody for 1 or 2 days, where the judge would direct the agency to produce him before the competent court, which is the PMLA court. That's it.
All right, Shogato, and also you were telling us how Arpita's statement to the media after reaching the Bangsal court, she said, "I have faith in the judiciary, let the law take its own course," and importantly, she said, "I don't belong to any party."
That's exactly the statement that he made to some of those questions that were thrown at her by the journalists present at the court premises today. She has specifically said that she does not belong to any political party. But however, when the question was asked as to where did she get the money from, who gave her that amount of money, she chose to remain silent. She did not answer that question before she went into the women's lockup of the court. You see, the Enforcement Directorate will obviously try and ascertain the source of that whopping 22 crore rupees that were recovered from her apartment in cash, and also the other documents and wealth that was also recovered from her. The amounts of those foreign currency, the jewelry, would also amount to several crores. So the source of this fund is something that the investigating agency would try and ascertain. And that is the reason why they would be praying before the court today for full-term custody If not here, then at least at the PMLA court that will be in session for a weekday, probably tomorrow or day after. So that is the focus of the Enforcement Directorate now, the agency claims that they have already recovered incriminating evidence both from the residence of Arpita Mukherjee as well as Partha Chatterjee. In the latter's case, the ED claims that there are evidences such as admit cards of job aspirants in the School Service Commission, SSC, the merit lists of Group C, Group D staff, list of job hopefuls in schools that were sent to him from various districts. So all of these have been recovered from Partha Chatterjee's house, is what the ED claims, and that can be directly linked to his association with this irregularity, with the scam, which the agency is currently probing. So obviously there is this importance and trust as far as the agency is concerned to take both of them into custody for the maximum period and interrogate them. Probably at certain point in time, the two could be made to sit face to face for interrogation. Back to you.